Welcome back everybody. Today it's time for number 6 on the countdown to the Spectrum. It's Auf Wiedersehen Monty, released in 1987 by Gremlin Graphics Software Limited for £7.95. It's the 4th game in the Monty Mole series and it received a few awards, like most of the games on this list, like most of the games on the Spectrum to be fair. First, in the Best Platform Game of 1987 for Crash readers, it got a Your Sinclair Mega Game and a ZX Computing Monster Hit. The game was written by Peter Harrop and Sean Hollingworth. I played a few Monty Mole games back in the day. They were always good fun. This particular one, you control Monty as he travels around Europe collecting money in order to buy a Greek island, Montos, where he can safely retire, and gameplay is in the style of a flick screen platform game similar to many games of the 80s. Similar in style to Technician Ted and Jet Set Willy, amongst others. And Technician Ted is one of the games on the Spectrum, so there you go. You'll be able to compare, and Jet Set Willy needs no introduction, does it really? This is a game I have memories of, but not strong memories of. I remember enjoying the Monty Mole games a lot, but it's not to me as memorable as playing something like Manic Miner, Jet Set Willy, and then some of the other games on this series like Matchday 2, that sort of thing. I didn't have that specific memory of my childhood here, but I know a lot of people do. A lot of people wanted the Monty Mole games on. Not obviously, Auf Wiedersehen Monty was already on the Spectrum, but a lot of you did vote for other Monty Mole games when we were doing the readers' comments, so I know for a fact that these are very popular games. I know that anyway, of course. It's a single player game, just to let you know that. I'm pretty sure you know anyway. And apparently a game called Moley Christmas was released later in the same year as this. I don't think I've heard of Moley Christmas, to be honest. Let me know in the comments if you have. I don't feel like I've heard of that, to be honest with you. I like this bit here. It says as well, Auf Wiedersehen Monty contains many features and peculiarities for the player to discover. Examples include being suddenly attacked by a bull's head in Spain after collecting a red cape, presumably a reference to bullfighting, a car being dropped in one of 2 places on entering a screen representing Dusseldorf in West Germany, a chef's hat found in Sweden, which was a reference to Swedish chef of Muppets fame, also 2 rooms representing Sweden are subtitled Bjorn and Borg, and a record in Luxembourg that when collected makes Monty breakdance the game's title music, which they reckon could be a reference to Radio Luxembourg. That's crazy, isn't it? So, as I always try to do, I try to get the Crash reviews. We're going to read through this. This one hasn't got as high a scores as the previous games we've covered so far on the countdown, but still a respectable score. I'll do that at the end because I don't do that at the beginning now like I did with my other videos. We're going to read the whole review, as ever. The good life is over for Monty the chubby mole. Having escaped from prison to a hideaway in Gibraltar, the villainous burrower from Monty on the Run finds he's no longer safe from the attentions of Intermole, the international crime-fighting organisation. Intermole, that's funny. Monty's only hope of salvation lies on a Greek island, but only if he can acquire sufficient monies to buy it. Before he can do that, the rascally digger must pass through Europe, performing at least one task in each of its nations. The continent consists of 80 platform-filled screens. These can be slippery or sticky, disappear beneath the mole's paws, blow him into the air, or allow him to go walkabout on their undersides. Monty moves left and right and travels upwards by bouncing or using ladders. As he progresses, the scratching scoundrel comes across items to help him complete the required tasks. These include airline tickets and even the Mona Lisa. Such objects must be picked up by walking into them and taken to the right place before they can be of any use. Up to 4 of these articles can be carried at any one time, with these displayed at the bottom left of the screen. Money is gathered in the form of lost euro checks. God, I remember those things. Or earned whenever Monty completes a dodgy bit of business. Points are also scored and a further 6 lives are required by picking up objects. Mr. Mole's account is displayed at the bottom centre of the screen with the points total to its left. If this excavating escapee, God, that's a hell of a thing to say, is ever to possess his Greek molehill, there are hazards which he must overcome or avoid. Monty isn't a good swimmer and can drown in water. Ball-bouncing beasts brain him, flying hamburgers finish him off, and bottles of drink intoxicate him. Initially, the mole has 6 lives, with those remaining displayed at the bottom of the screen. Air tickets let you into air terminals. From here you can fly to another location and straight into a dogfight with the Intermole Air Force. Clock up the points and broken baddies by shearing off the Intermole tailplanes. Only when every task in the game has been completed, every euro check collected and Monty's Swiss bank account number discovered, can the money be called safe and the island purchased. That done, our hero can toast his future and look out for a gangster's mole. Very funny. And we'll read a few of the final comments, not all of them. Use of colour, a multitude of colours with few clashes. Graphics, familiar Monty Mole style. Sound, a happy title tune and adequate spot effects. 128 version contains nice music throughout. Skill levels 1, screens 80, that's quite a lot. General rating, a fine continuation of the long-standing Monty Mole theme. Presentation 83%, graphics 78, playability 80, addictive quality 80, value for money 77, overall 85%. So not as high as some of the other games, but still good though, still very good. You can see the Eiffel Tower on your screen in the middle there, that's pretty cool. And obviously it looks like we've got some kind of cavern, it's the other screenshot. Let's read what the reviewers had to say. Ricky said, Auf Wiedersehen Monty is written in Pete Harrop's usual style, instantly recognisable from the graphics and the infuriating puzzles. Okay, doesn't sound like he's a fan. As usual, it's a case of learning how to complete each screen in the best way before progressing. It isn't always possible to return to a screen below the present one. A planned route is essential if you're going to get anywhere, as just launching into a screen and hoping to do well is rarely effective. I'm quite happy with this and wouldn't object to paying out the £8 asking price. There you go then. Paul said, it's been a long time coming, but the latest in the Monty series contains all the attractive points of its predecessors. Monty has had some great moves added to his repertoire. The diving is especially superb. The countries contain distinctive scenic elements, such as the Eiffel Tower, but the screens don't possess any real individual characteristics. For instance, there's no Spaniards walking around the place or oranges in the trees in the Spanish section. Auf Wiedersehen Monty is very playable, basically more of the same with a few extra screens. And Mike said, it's been a while since there's been a platform game of this quality bouncing around, so it makes a pleasant change from the continuous flow of arcade adventures and shoot-em-ups that seem to be filling the review pages recently. Some may moan that it's the same as the rest of the series, but I think that it's a good buy. Colourful, smooth, attractive graphics, lots of different screens and an interesting and addictive game design. So there you have it. I don't think that it's a bad thing if a game series gets its own style and continues to do that. You can't detract from it because it's got a style. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that that's what people like. If it's a style that's rubbish and they keep repeating it, then fair enough, I guess you can complain. But Auf Wiedersehen Monty does carry on the series. It's a beloved series on the ZX Spectrum for sure. It's not a series that ever fully clicked with me, I guess, but that's one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to playing it on the Spectrum, because I can get into it more, and I'll probably start at the beginning as well. I wouldn't leap straight in and play the fourth game. But I always liked Gremlin graphics. I love the covers they do for their games. They're always so colourful, the yellow and the green style, and the artwork's great. I didn't actually read who the artist was. It's David Bracker, and yeah, he's definitely got a style of his own, hasn't he, for the Monty series. All in all, Auf Wiedersehen Monty, very good platform game, and especially if you're a fan of the previous games, you know, it's in the same style. I don't criticise them for that at all. Like I've already said, I don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously the Monty series is much beloved on the Spectrum, and this is another one of those. So I'm looking forward to having a go and playing these games. Like I said, I will probably go back to the beginning and start them from the beginning. We will see. If there's any suggestions out there in the comments for me as to, you know, whether I should just play them in order, or like there's a couple that are not worth playing, you know, maybe let me know. If for you people that are bigger fans of these games than I am. I think this came out the same time as games like Target Renegade Match Day 2. So as we've already previously discussed, you know, with my love of those games, probably was too obsessed with those games in that year to play much else. I mean, obviously I would have played other games. I'm not that sad, but I think that this game maybe slipped under the radar a little bit for me back then. But that's the beauty of having it now, isn't it? And access to it now, I can catch up. And there's going to be games, like I've said on previous videos when I've been doing the lists of games to add to the Spectrum, I'm never going to cover every single game. There's thousands and thousands of ZX Spectrum games out there. There's always going to be some that you haven't played as much as others. I know I've played this game before, but I just don't have the memory association that I do with some of the other games on the Spectrum. But looking forward to diving into it. Let me know how much you're looking forward to playing this, and let me know if you've finished all the Monty games. I would be definitely intrigued to know that. Okay everybody, thank you so much for watching. We're on day 6, so next is day 7. Obviously, that's good maths, Lee, well done. My word, I didn't really need to say that, did I? That might not make the edit on this video because it makes me sound like a right idiot. I'll probably keep it in though, because I don't really care, to be honest with you. But yes, day 7 coming up soon. Time is flying, like literally one more day and then we're only 2 weeks away from release. It's crazy to think, isn't it really? But there we are. So as ever, thank you so much for watching as well. If you've got any comments, leave them below, and take care. See you soon. Bye for now.